Hi, gorgeous. My name is Karina Lade, and I am the co-creator of the No Limits event that just took place in Brussels, Belgium last weekend, so beginning of March 2016. And wow, I could feel that the energy was really powerful, and my dear friend and soul sister Joanna Hennon and I have felt this deep connection that we were part of something bigger, even as we were preparing this event. It's taken us a year to create it, but it was just the most amazing uh, 3 days ever. And I'm pretty used to, pretty intense energy work and inspiring people and that creative buzz that you get when you're surrounded with people who inspire you and lift you up. But this in-person connection for 3 days with the most amazing speakers and attendees was just beyond anything I could ever have imagined. And I have a pretty wild imagination. Um, so it's hard to even put into words, but now that I'm back home, I feel like I've been filled up with energy, with inspiration, with a deeper sense of purpose. And so the awesome parts about the event were the speakers, of course. We had amazing, incredibly generous, very heart-centered speakers. So it was a mix of all the wisdom they have. So a mix of business skills and energy work and mindset and all the, beliefs and all those parts that make us, great business owners and happy people, right? So not only did they have a lot of wisdom to share and experience, but they were all doing business in a generous, heart-centered way, and that makes a huge difference. And we also had a gorgeous venue, the funkiest hotel, the Hôtel Bloom in Brussels, with lots of fun areas of the hotel. They had swings, they had lollipops in the meeting room, and our conference room was so cozy. So a mix of like, it's a design hotel, but it was one of those warm, quirky, funny design hotels. So we all loved that. The food was awesome. People were super friendly. It felt like the perfect fit for our event. Oh, and the rooms. They have like designed artwork in every room. And so if you have seen any of the photos from people's rooms, it's like each room matched the person who was in it. So yeah, pretty awesome. And then the magic that happens when you show up. You don't really know why you're there. You just feel that call in your soul, and you know that it's time for you to step up in your business, to get out of a funk, or to move to that next level if you're already very successful and doing business in a way that feels right to you. You know the call, right? And so I think we all felt that call in one way or the other. And just that sense of community, because a lot of us had not ever met before, and a lot of us didn't even connect all that much before. We did have a Facebook group before the event started, and people were already starting to connect. And yeah, and so the mix of experience, openness, curiosity, and a wicked sense of humor. I mean, I laughed so much in the last 3 days. I cried so much. That's how much I laughed. So we had such a great time. And joy is one of the things that really brings our energy up, right? It makes us feel buzzy and connected to others. And I love that mix of deep connections because all of us shared really personal, deep stories, of who we are, of who we were, who we are letting go of, so that we can step into that next that next phase of our lives and our work. So I love how close everyone was and how generous everyone was, because we had people coming who didn't even have a business to start with, to all the way to people who are super successful in their businesses, making a lot of money, making a big impact, having a lot of experience. And everyone was sharing so generously and with so much kindness. And you know, when you're struggling with something, or you feel like you're too much, or your personality is not big enough, you know, if you're an introvert or you're an extrovert and you feel like you're a little bit too much all the time, well, whenever someone shared something like that, someone else would always reach out a hand and say, hey, I know what that feels like. And you may think that I have it all together, but I don't. You know, we're all in this together. And that really touched my heart, just seeing all those connections. And so this event was not one of those salesy events where the speakers just do a long sales pitch. But what happens when you do business in a heart-centered way is that you don't have to sell. You don't have to set your talk up like that, and you don't have to be like that. All you have to do is show up, share who you are, and share your gifts, and people will want to work with you. So all the business connections and all the things that were signed as we were at the event and afterwards was just amazing. And then we did some energy work, we did deep healing work, we did guided meditations, we did tapping, and all those things, of course, amplified the whole energy of the event. So it was just amazing to see what started happening even before we met, during the event, and afterwards, because we're still connecting in our Facebook group and we're still supporting each other. And that is one of the most important things I find in business, to support each other. So yeah, I don't know what to say. This was my version of the best mix ever. It had all the pieces, and we can't wait to do this again. So if you want to be the first one to know when we release tickets for the next No Limits event in Brussels, do sign up to our mailing list below, and you will be the first to know. So Joanna and I are working on the next event already, and we can't wait to meet you and to hug you in person and to see you step up and say yes to your dream, and to say yes to all the support that you long for, so you can make this journey as much as much fun and as exciting as possible. So I wish you a beautiful day, and I can't wait to meet you.